In broadcasting in 1951, there were only a handful of stations here in the Bay Area. Today, there are 65 AM and FM stations here. Hard for one station to own the market these days. It's been 5 years since I traded audio for video, and I found most of those stations even more specialized as I returned to radio. Television has forced radio to change. Forget about evenings. Television owns them. The hot time in radio now is when the commuters are trapped in their cars, starting and finishing their day with news.
KSFO News, San Francisco.
Music.
Way back with their dual 90s and moved right.
And an occasional laugh.
Hello, this is Jack Benny. Thanks for calling my newest condo-cowed recreational complex, Benny's from Heaven.
Morning is the most important time of all. That's where the most money and talent are focused. One of the most successful changes in Bay Area mornings was the pairing of Frank Dill and Mike Clary on KNBR. For 16 years, Dill worked alone. 18 months ago, he teamed up with Clary, and the ratings started to take off.
How is your game now?
Deadly.
Oh. And
Sounds like fun.
The format is relaxed, almost like the transmitter has been dipped in Valium. A blend of music, news, traffic reports, and comedy sketches that sound off the cuff, but are carefully written and polished. One of Frank and Mike's main competitors is also a Bay Area fixture.
Gene Nelson.
At KSFO. The format there has the same ingredients, music, news, traffic, and humor, but the music is aimed at an older audience, 35 to 55, they say, mostly oldies. Some call the KSFO music mausoleum music.
Some people ask me if I'm ever going to play Dead Skunk again, which is a strange recording by Loudon Wainwright, and I said yes, but only when Robert Goulet records it.
In an effort to boost its sagging ratings, KSFO, once the leader, had an 11-month flirtation with telephone talk radio. That proved to be, if not a disaster, at least not a success. So now they've gone back to the tried and the true, what they used to do so well. Strong personalities, music, and sports. And boy, do they have it in sports. They've now got the most exciting team in baseball and the most exciting broadcast team in baseball, Lon Simmons and Bill King, and the Oakland A's and Billy Bull.
A's fans have come to think of Tony Armas now as Sir Lancelot. What else? He's the man that comes riding in on the white horse, or I guess in the days of Charles Finley, it would have been a white mule.
But no matter how incredible the A's may be this season, that alone won't put KSFO where it once was. The days when it could call itself the world's greatest radio station without blushing.
One of the big surprises since the invention of news radio is the fact that news is such a big draw. If you combine morning news here at KCBS with morning news at KGO, that combined rating is larger than the other four stations in the top 6.
I knew there was a big audience for news. There always has been. People want to know what's going on. But I didn't think that with 2 stations doing news that we would gather the tremendous audience that we do. And it's a fantastic audience.
But something else that interests people in large numbers is news talk. At 9 o'clock each morning, KGO turns on the telephones and pulls ahead in the ratings race.
In 77 cases, demands were made for persons to engage in sex, some of whom in exchange for promotions or pay raises. All right, that's part 1 of the story. Now enter Phyllis Schlafly. Line 2, Owen Spann, you're on KGO.
Hi.
Hi.
Phyllis just infuriates me sitting up on her high horse like that.
I think the talk aspect of, this station, for example, gives folks to get a little bit of it out of their system and react.
Another Bay Area difference in radio, rock and roll isn't as big a deal here as it is in the rest of the country. Just about everywhere else, the big rock station is number 1, but not here. However, KFRC does all right, especially in the mornings with Dr. Don Rose. Dr. Don gets the highest ratings at KFRC, more on his personality than the top 40 music.
I used to be a wanderer. I wandered to sometimes I wander as I wander.
But lately, an FM rock station has been getting stronger ratings. FM used to stand for forgotten medium, but now Camel is moving up, aiming at an older rock audience in their 20s and 30s. Less talk, more hard rock.
Just a traveling band from San Francisco, except they travel all over the world. Journey on Camel 106.
To the listener, Camel seems to have an unstructured format. Jocks choose songs from a card file. The only restraints, they have to select a fairly wide range of new and old music each hour. The system is much more rigid at KYA. That station has been floundering for years. New management from Seattle is continuing easy rock on FM with new call letters to get rid of the old image, while KYA AM changed this week to a new format of oldies. That's rock talk for top hits of the 60s.
Tucked away here in this corner of KYA is the station's research center. They have a very specialized audience, and they want to make sure that they hold that audience and make it larger. And so these telephone researchers call the target audience and ask them questions about the music.
Hi, I'm calling from Cyber Systems Audience Research.
The computer makes sure that the music list has the right mix. 2 long songs back-to-back is a no-no. 2 female vocalists can't play next to each other. The ingredients complex to create easy rock. And if you call in a request, the computer decides if your choice would clash with what's been scheduled. Country music is coming on strong. Lots of urban cowboys in the Bay Area. KSAN just changed from rock to country, and KNEW has been doing it for 8.5 years.
KNEW 910, Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley and the Bill Collins radio program from your classical country radio station.
You might think that beautiful music stations only get played in elevators. Well, if that's the case, then there must be lots of elevators. Cable has the second largest audience in the Bay Area, and it's the most listened to music station, even though it's got a lot of competition.
KFOG has a beautiful way with music that helps you relax when you want to.
And there's yet another station to the right of KFOG that is the exception to everything I've been showing you this week. Perhaps the thriftiest station around, and certainly one of the most successful. You'll see it in action tomorrow nightcast as I return to radio for the last time. Colleen?
I have to tell you, I'm truly enjoying this series. A lot of us have our roots in radio.